everyone. I am Adnan Mizher Samarmad. Here I would like to present the online course of Atlantic International University about healthy life. In lesson 3, I will demonstrate the important role of balance and personality stability and its impact on our healthy lives. The balance in the human personality is seen as one of the most important elements of successes in private and business life, which includes all details of life. The balance needs calm, concentration, and knowledge, but the stability needs strength, stamina, concentricity, and persistence. But that is not as easy as said, especially when it comes to the emergence not only of internal and external effects, but also of influenced and uninfluenced factors. Change your habit to generate the right energy. Something that we can control, like eating, drinking, and moving, etc. We have to learn to say no to drinks or foods that are detrimental to our health or balance. Here are the questions of how, why, and when. I recommend eating when you are hungry and not overeating. 5 small servings are better than 2 large servings a day. If you cannot control alcohol consumption, this is the worst thing that you can have in your body. And it is also admitted to cause 66 diseases in human organs. So you can enjoy a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey or a bottle of beer a day, and that is enough. But if you cannot master these rules, then you should enjoy something else that will help you maintain balance and stability to enjoy life. Don't forget to drink enough water every day to provide your body with new energy and balance to focus on optimally managing the details of your life. Also, doing regular exercise for 20 to 30 minutes a day is great. Improve your behavior for a better communication. Behavior that we can practice to be gentleman, smiling, helpful, communicative, openness, etc. Communication with other people is complex and requires certain characteristics in order to be able to communicate. There are many elements that make the conversation possible, but there are also other difficulties that make the conversation impossible. These differences can be estimated in advance if you are prepared for a conversation that defines planning and goals. Your success will be realized if you can achieve your goals easily and smoothly. That means if you come into communication and go out happily, regardless of the situation, it is important how you dealt with the details of the situation. Here, the quality of the personality can work. Yes, it is just about you and how you communicate with the others. That means your communication resources influence your behavior. By knowing and wanting, you can improve your behavioral base. Here, you should practice where what needs to be improved. it will never be late to learn. Practice short term goals and then plan to realize long term projects. An aim that you can achieve in school, in work, in sport, etc. Try to be realistic about your plans and don't set difficult goals. The short term goals are the best for practicing success and are easy to achieve for gaining experience. Through experiments based on knowledge, you can learn to do something. Practice creates masters. Therefore, the theory will fail if it is not implemented in practice. This means that your success will only be proven through practical work and not through theory. The cognitive behavioral theory is the best way to improve the personality. Here is my explanation. The mind of the person activates his feeling to do or to determine a certain action. This helps to analyze and clarify the personal qualities of an individual in society. The classification of a person's personality depends on their organization and existence, their psychological state, their ability to act, and their personality appears in many ways, including thinking, feeling, acting, or other ways. Therefore, there are many external and internal factors that play an important role in an individual's life. This is summary of what he has learned in his life that begins with his feelings of joy or sadness, or his thinking in the right or wrong way, or his behavior in a negative or positive way. There are several theories to study personality, and each one has weakness and strengths. And here are the most important: experimentation theory, case theory, study and self report methods, and clinical research. But psychologists prefer the following methods of research. Some psychologists have studied human personality through different theories like biological, behavioral, psychodynamic, humanist, and traits theories. They also used some important keys to character analysis like classical or operant conditioning, unconscious, ID, ego, superego, and self actualization. Also, the study of personality in all its theories has been able to diagnose the imbalance in the personality of the individual and the invention of modern methods of treatment. I personally rely on the analysis of a human personality through his behavior and emotion based on biological development. Here, he adopted the theory of needs and considered it as a motive for the behavior of a person who distinguished his personality from others and determines his giving in life and in society. This lies in the personality of a person's physical and intellectual, but at the same time, I pay attention to the external circumstances surrounding that play a large role in determining a particular behavior or prevent it from verification. There are many ways to improve the personality in society, but the method cognitive behavioral therapy is one of the most famous ways to address this development, but it needs a long period and full of experience to achieve success. Here I am going to conclude. We analyze the personalities of others every day and anywhere we meet the community members who live around us. This analysis is automatic and dependent on how we feel when people see them meet us or next to us on the way. Through this communication, you will get an experience that is full of positive or negative impressions on our person as well as on the people who participate in this event. The summary of this experience depends on the feeling and thinking of the people, which translates their actions and their ability to understand the person's surroundings. But the state of motion plays a key role in the reactions exaggerated or moderated or below the required. Some theories have explained this communication with biological factors or factors acquired in human life learned from the external environment. I personally attribute the actions of the individual in society to his needs, which in its composition relied on the biological element in the body with his experience in life. Here, the nature and the external environment of the person plays an important role in refining the personality or in its complexity. But the success of the individual in the management of life depends on his instinctive and acquired through the learning that he got from the beginning of his life until the moment of action. This allows him or her not to adapt to whatever he faces and what the situation requires. The art of dealing with the details of life is one of the most important factors of success in human life. Over time, people gain a positive or negative experience that determines their happiness or misery in society. For these reasons, human behavior changes with the passage of time, age, and this comes through changing needs and increasing experience in dealing with the details of life. Finally, I would like to say happiness or sadness does not depend on a situation, but the way it handles that situation. Thank you for listening. I recommend to see the fourth lesson of my online course Healthy Life about sleep and recover. Yours Adnan Mizher Al Samarmad, PhD Health Sciences, Atlantic International University. If you like this video, don't forget to press like or subscribe to get my latest publications. Thanks in advance.